lights are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Welcome everybody to Lincoln, Alabama, as we are live for the Racing Elite Special Event Series. As we are truck racing here in Lincoln, Alabama. I'm Alan Bergen, just south of St. Louis, here in the Sonny Chapasso Memorial Studio. Alongside of me, my brother from another mother, Mr. Shane Link. We'll be here every step of the way, from the green flag to the checkered flag, right here on Sim Racing Media. And Shane, welcome in on short notice, but nonetheless, we're here.
Yeah, we're here, and I'm already getting PTSD because of this track and this car combination. But yet again, as you've said, this is how I got my job here, so I can't really hate it too much. Trucks at Talladega, 185 mile an hour, white knuckle action, at least one pit stop because they're going 55 laps. I can't wait to see how these boys handle this place.
Well, I tell you what, this should be better than the Dallas Cowboys game.
It'll be better than the Patriots-Dolphins game. Let's put it that way, okay? Come on now.
I mean, look, they can't lose them all, right?
No, but they have tried. Believe me.
I mean, hey, look, the Patriots are losing. The Blues just fired their head coach. Welcome back, Jim Montgomery. To St. Louis.
You guys can keep Montgomery, okay? Thank you. Keep him.
If I remember correctly, he worked under Craig Berube in that championship run.
Something like that, yeah. But I talked enough about that last week. We've got this week off from the morning show, and it's a good thing because after this weekend, my back is killing me. But it's good enough to handle things here tonight with you guys.
You got a massaging chair.
Yes, but I also spent 3 years hauling around a blue suitcase that weighed about 200 pounds with everything inside of it.
True. And you were telling me that off air as we are knee deep in a qualifying, or halfway through qualifying right now. Before we get down the track, I think it might be sciatica.
I have no idea. They originally listed it as lower back spasms. I can attest to the fact I had one yesterday that was brutal.
Oof.
And right now, I'm also dealing with the fact that I was on the floor resetting a couple of pedals because my new racing wheel showed up today. I really forgot FedEx delivered on Sundays.
Oh, dude, look. You think tonight's gonna be crazy? Wait till the mix of the holiday season, whenever you got FedEx, Amazon, UPS, and the United States Postal Service all lined up down the street like it's pit road here at Talladega.
I do not envy them one bit.
Shade, I'll be right back. I got a special delivery to the broadcast booth.
Oh? Special delivery to the broadcast booth. Oh, this ought to be good. Meanwhile, yes, as I just got done mentioning, brand new racing wheels showed up for me. I've been running a Thrustmaster T150 for the longest time. Now I'm sitting back here with a PXN V99, and I can already tell you, the thing sits lower, and the wheel feels that much stiffer and that much bigger in my hands. And shut up, I knew what happened as soon as I said it.
Okay.
Talking about a racing wheel feeling stiffer and bigger in my hands. It's Sunday. I've been hanging out with Dave too long.
And that's what you're going to lead off with?
Oh, shut up.
Nonetheless, right now, Truce Hoke has set fast time with a 55.34. Let's go trackside before this goes totally off the rails. Let's see what everybody else is doing right now. Sean Dunaway, I think, getting ready to. Let's see here. There's Richard Odie. Let's see what Mr. Richard's up to. As he is currently on track. And we're going to reload that. Make that work. Perfect. Okay. Right now, Richard Odie is timed in with a 56.09. You know, last night, there was a big happening in South Carolina. The South Carolina 400. And boy,
Yeah.
I tell you what, that flow racing app, that was a train wreck last night.
Oh, I can only imagine how bad it was.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody, including yours truly, decided they want to watch Dale Jr. and the Budweiser Chevrolet.
Well, yeah, I mean, Dale Jr. is going to be the draw, dude. I mean, we're not surprised that everything decided to go south of the border. It's like Undertaker showing up at WrestleMania and the thing lags for 20 minutes.
I mean, look, it was at least they were able to watch it, unlike the Tyson and Jake Paul fight.
You didn't miss much, believe me.
Here's the thing. Here's my nightly rant for this, by the way. I stopped buying the fight pay-per-views a long time ago, and here's why. I'm not going to go out and spend $54 to watch some guy get knocked out in 30 seconds. But I'm going to pay that much for a fight. Can I at least get 3 rounds at the minimum?
I mean, you're not wrong, but you got to figure it's a YouTube sensation that thinks he's a fighter versus an aged champion. What type of matchup is that? Like, come on here, seriously. I know everyone's gonna get on me because I'm not a Jake Paul fan. Sue me. The dude's nothing more than a glorified boxer who ends up having a YouTube channel and doesn't deserve to be in the same breath as any heavyweight champion.
I mean, Logan Paul's doing pretty good for himself in the WWE, though.
Yeah, he's got time off, though, but WWE is so much different. It's more up Logan Paul's alley than, actually trying to be a fighter. Logan Paul's more of the showman, and that's why he's able to do so well with the WWE.
I would love to see a Paul versus Paul match at a WrestleMania or a Royal Rumble.
I would pay to see that, and Logan would destroy Jake in the ring.
Oh yeah, undoubtedly. Right now,
it's not even a question.
Right now, Truth Hook has destroyed this field by a small margin. 18 cars are in this as we're getting ready to get gridded up here.
Oh, 18 at Talladega for 55 laps ain't bad.
No. I mean, it's not a smaller field. Let's take a look at that weather real quick. It is 75 degrees ambient temperature, 79% relative humidity, and they got that track cranked up to 112 on a track temperature as we get ready to go pit side.
That's going to be a warm one tonight.
That's going to be a warm one any day of the week.
You're not wrong, and it's only going to get worse because if the track is baking in the heat like this, she's just going to slick up worse and worse. But
so
you know what? I look at it this way. You and I aren't in the field, so there ain't going to be a caution.
You just think this. Here's our starting lineup here tonight with Truth Hook starting on the pole here. To his outside, he'll have David Moyer. Starting inside row number 2 is Richard Odie, who normally we see on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Alongside him is Aaron Espy in that 4th position. On the inside of row number 3 will be Terry Fennell. Brian LaPrette will be on the outside of row number 3. Trevor Woodward normally drives the truck series on Tuesdays. Zachary Felicity, a Saturday night regular. Troy Thomas out of Boone, North Carolina. You know what, Shane? He just got back from Pigeon Forge. And Elizabethton, Tennessee's own, say that 5 times fast, Brendan Honeycutt. Sean Dunaway.
How about I don't say that 5 times
starting on
fast?
the inside of row number 6, along with the chief cook and bottle washer here at Racers Elite, Andrew Taft. Looking a little deeper in this field. Starting on the inside of row number 7 is Cooper Redditch. Kinsley Smith of the driving stream will be starting on the 14th. Stephen Hines will be starting 15th. While Kirby Wainscott, he'll start on the outside 16th position. Cortland Herman will start 17th. And rounding out your field will be Dominic. But we're not even going to try it.
I was about to say, if you said Mysterio, I was going to be like, where's Liv Morgan?
Nonetheless, we got some awesome shots for you as Truth Hook will be bringing you the Wrangler onboard camera here tonight. A little deeper in the field with the Racers Elite. Well, Grinds Coffee will be Andrew Taft. Troy Thomas will bring you that Goodrich service onboard. Kirby Wainscott will be bringing you some onboard action from deep in the field. The Napa Know-How Cam, brought to you by Kinsley Smith.
Napa Know-How.
And this Bud's for you. Budweiser Cam will be brought to you by Trevor Woodward.
So my question is, what monkey we got flying the drone tonight?
I don't know, but who's out there in my 00 car?
Oh no! It's cursed! It's cursed!
Look, I do enough wrecking for everybody in that car.
I ought to know. I was one of your victims last time we were at this track together.
You're not wrong.
You got me twice, and we still finished inside the top 3.
That's true. We were both on the podium. Well, Shane, I'm gonna let you do the honors tonight. Get me cranked up to crazy.
Oh, cranked up to crazy. It's Sunday night. It's the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Everyone's going to be in a coma come Thursday, especially those who are watching the Dallas game. We've got Truth Hope leading them down to the green flag. Just remember, the start-finish line isn't in the middle of the tri-oval. It's down to turn 1. With all that being said, wipe them visors, get the bread and meat out. We're going to have ourselves a party in Talladega, and don't forget that Budweiser. Hey, Barney, give me the green flag at Talladega.
I got literal chills on that one, Shane.
It's what I do. It's what I do. Let me go! I forgot to dig
Digger cam. We just hired some dummy to go out and land on the racetrack.
Just remember, we don't pay for that.
Yeah, we don't look. Sim Racing Media does not pay out workman's comp. So far, we only got, what, 1 or 2 trucks trying to experiment in the third group. Truth Hope looks like he's going to bring them down to complete lap 1. Side by side to the line. If this was the last lap, we'd have ourselves a photo finish. But this is only lap 1 of 55. Truth Hope by a bumper. Truth Hope by a bumper. And then you got David Moyer in that number 7 truck. He was outside Richard Odie. I think I know who is. Okay, Redditch is sporting that 00 tonight.
Oh, dear God. Let's hope he has a better finish in it than you do.
And it's a Ford.
Oh, we got a problem. Oh, back in the field, we got a big stack up.
And
oh no. Gone wrong.
Everything has gone awry. Troy Thomas involved. Kirby made it through.
Well, some of these trucks are going to be tore up for the night.
I mean, we do got a fence repair.
No, is there at least one of them?
I just don't think you want to use one this early in the evening.
No, but if you got your nose completely knocked off, I don't think you have a choice but to use it, to be honest with you.
Well, there's caution number 1. Yikes.
That didn't take long at all, and it just looks like a bump grab's gone wrong. Now, the thing about it is, it doesn't matter what you're driving, you can't push these things in the corner.
No, you can't. Speaking of pushing in a corner, you know, that's how yours truly ended his Xfinity season before it even got started.
Oh, what did you do now?
Oh, look, I gave my teammate a bad bump. And if once wasn't good enough, I did it twice.
Oh, so the first one didn't happen to finish the job off. You figured, hey, I'd give him a second one. See ya!
And look, in my defense,
is there one? I mean, let's be real. Is there a defense for this?
The sweet spot of his bumper caught the sweet spot of my bumper.
That's about as bad as Johnny Cochran using the Chewbacca defense. I'll let that sit for a minute and let's see how many people get that reference.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you know, outside of this coming up week, you can check out Shane Lake on Snowman Multimedia. And I tell you what, that is a... I chimed in on Friday.
Yep.
And, holy cow.
Yeah, we've got ourselves some fun. We're going to be running a lot of replays this week because we're off due to Thanksgiving week. and we're actually resting up to get ready for the charity stream December 1st that we're going to be having. That is going to be basically like NFL Red Zone coverage, but our version of it, where we're going to be broadcasting the Patriots-Colts game at 1, Ravens-Eagles at 4:25, and then San Francisco and Buffalo at 8:20. All of that's going to be for charity December 1st, so make sure you stop in at Snowman Multimedia here on YouTube. We're going to be running replays all week long, and actually tomorrow morning I've actually got to do a couple of reads for some of our sponsors. So I'll be back in the production booth here at Casa de Dog getting stuff done. But yeah, we're just going to be running some replays. I hope you guys end up enjoying everything, and we'll be back fresh December 2nd with a whole mess of new chaos and maybe even an extra show or two.
Hey, you know, even though you guys are off this week, I still got to give you that shameless plug.
Yeah, well, you know, if we didn't have the shameless plug, we wouldn't be known as the D-Generation X of this place.
Nonetheless.
The question is, who's Shawn Michaels and who's Triple H?
Oh, God. Well, look, Triple H is running the joint now, so.
So that means I got to be the one to kick Stan?
Sure.
Oh.
Nonetheless,
up front.
Want to thank everybody for joining us here in the EC.com live chat. Let's get those bells ringing. Let's get those likes. Let's get those subs. And you can catch Shane Lake and I on SimRacing Media every time. You'll just be notified every time SimRacing Media goes live. Whether I'm wrecking the field or, you know.
Whether he's wrecking the field or I'm making South Park jokes, yeah, you'll hit that notification bell. You'll know when we go live. We're doing stuff pretty much every day of the week around here, whether it's these boys with Racers Elite or Dave doing his thing with Sunday Night NASCAR, and then those guys running Mondays and Tuesdays as well. Guns for SR, whatever league it is, hit that notification bell. You'll know when we're doing our thing, and believe me, the action here is amazing, and a lot of these leagues still have open signups. So get with us, and we can definitely put you in the right position to join these guys.
Well, that was beautiful. I could have done that any better. 50 laps.
I have been doing this thing for long enough. I know how to plug everything and everybody. Trust me.
Here we are. Getting ready to come back to Green Flag Racing.
The only thing I haven't done is thank my actual sponsors yet.
As the iRacing.com face card is going to drop off, get the field back to David Moyer and Aaron Espy.
Moyer rocking that HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. He's got Truth Hoke behind him, who sat on pole, so we know Truth's got a fast truck. Take a look who's already made their way into the top 6. It's Kinsley Smith in that Napa Chevy, and the field is already back. Green Flag Racing. Boys, I think that might be a mistake getting out to that big an advantage already, because that
yes, it absolutely is, because here comes the field. Now, here in just a little while, you can catch me do my Pro Late Model racing over on MDI TV, you know, with the Dirt Series. I'll be hopping in the race car.
You haven't torn the body off of that thing yet?
No, I mean, look, that series is wonderful, and you know, we're gonna. I think it should be live.
Speaking of dirt races, dude, Mettler's not gonna let you live it down that he beat you with these boys here at Racing.
I coached him.
Yeah, but you're the dirt guy. You're supposed to be the one that actually went, outpacing him. How does this happen?
Well, hear me out. It got one lane around the top, which I wasn't expecting. So I actually went I went to the inside thinking that there's something down there.
Turns out there wasn't.
No, it was actually like an ice ring on the bottom of the racetrack, which was really surprising. But I made a lot of really good laps in the truck, and considering that that race took the dirt stuff away from the trucks, I think I had a pretty good showing. I didn't want to mess anybody up because it was the final race before the chase with these guys.
Yeah,
So
I get that. I get that.
a top 10 with these guys, I'll take it.
Mettler's first race on dirt, he gets inside the top 5. Go figure.
He didn't even know what he was doing. His beginner's luck.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, bud. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
I'm like, well, because as we are watching, Dominic went fast time with a 50.01. I was mesmerized, and Mettler's like, I don't know how you guys do this. I'm absolutely worn out. I'm like, I could go another 50.
Well, that's because it's what you do, man. I mean, it's, you know, I could handle probably at the most 100 laps on dirt, maybe 120, so I might have been able to survive that race, but anything else, good luck. I'm probably going to be worn out and saying, get me out of here.
I tell you what, though, my right foot hurt like the dickens.
Well, yeah, because you got to drive those trucks on dirt with the throttle as much as you do the wheel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I touched the brakes once. As here we go, we got some action here. Kirby Wainscott going to the absolute outside of everybody.
He's running the Harry Gant line. He's looking high, wide, and handsome right about now.
Oh, handsome Harry.
You know, I still got a diecast of his from 1993 that's in mint condition.
Was it the Skull Bandit number 33?
Paint job, yes. Sponsorship, no, because it was a Racing Champions, and at that time you couldn't have tobacco.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't advertise cigarette or tobacco product.
So it's just the completely blank 33. The paint is cracked on it, so it almost looks like it's lightning bolt. But the car itself is in mint condition, and it's that old. Figure that out.
Here we are. We got Kinsley Smith pushing the 24 truck. That's 24 feet job on our end.
Yeah.
Cortland Herman, maybe?
Herman the Worm Weaver? What's Kenny Wallace doing here?
You know, Kenny Wallace does represent the 6005. Or 6052, sorry. I represent the 63052, or 51 rather. I've actually driven by his property there in Arnold. Haven't drove up the hill. Can't bring myself to try to drive up the hill because he'd probably call the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department on me.
That and the boys with a special truck to take you away with the straight jet.
Probably already be there.
Hey, you said it, not me. Meanwhile, back on the farm, Denzel Smith doing what Denzel Smith does best, and that's shoving somebody to the front.
I think that's Brandon Honeycutt. Let's go on board.
Yeah, let's take a look, see what we got.
Brandon Honeycutt in a different paint scheme.
Go figure.
I was used to seeing that 13 ride. I'm like, wait a minute, who is this? Kirby Wainscott out to the point. Colonel Kirby looking to redeem himself after a couple of bad races, especially on Tuesday nights. And, you know, his dirt race did not go very well.
Yeah, no, he had some bad luck at Eldora. You know, at least I didn't have bad luck in the booth because I at least had some semblance of what I was doing up there.
I mean, you sounded like a true professional. I did out-qualify Matt, which I think Jordan was just as shocked as anybody to see that I was, you know, starting on the inside of the second row.
Dude, we all were shocked for that. What are you talking about? And then I chalked it up to the fact he had the Bloomquist sponsorship. Like, yeah, that gave him an extra 0.3 of a second.
I mean, what would have been even better if I would have put the right or the left front and still won the race?
That just would have been karmic. This boy's driving around on a busted left front tire and ends up winning the race on 3 wheels. What type of nonsense is this, iRacing?
Well, look, on dirt, when it comes to dirt racing, just go ahead and leave that left front at the house. You ain't gonna need it.
Well, depends on the track.
Yeah, I told Mattler after the race, I said, all right, you did it in the trucks. Let's go put you in a dirt late model or a dirt pro late model or dirt UMB modified. Then we'll see how you did.
Let me guess, didn't go so well for him.
He hasn't done it yet. I might end up doing it.
Oh, nothing else better to do this week, huh?
Yes.
Don't forget
to check out Tuesday night. Angel Santiago and Colin McDonough gonna fill in for you Tuesday night, Shane. When they bring you the Racers Elite Truck Series from IRP, Angel's gonna fill in for me. And then come back Wednesday night as the Racers Elite Xfinity Series. They are 2 rounds into their chase right now. All the action kicks off at 7:30 Eastern.
Yeah, the only reason that I'm going to be disappearing for Tuesday is tomorrow I'm going to be back because unfortunately after this weekend it's been a little on the rough side, so you know they might just say it was just a severe spasm and kind of take it easy, or you know they might say, hey, you know, hopefully I don't need to get any work done. I mean, I'm young enough, I don't need it, but at the same token, I want to be around here broadcasting as long as possible and giving you guys fits.
Well, the only thing giving anybody a fit right now is the fact that Brandon Honeycutt high wide and handsome on the inside of that on the front of the inside line. Then you got Kinsley Smith and Trevor Woodward from the outsiders. They're the top 3 right now, as that outside line just cannot get going.
No, they're just too disorganized. And when you got Honeycutt and Kensley up there, you know, those are the top 2 plate races that this league has, hands down. Every time I've called a race in this league and these 2 are in it, I have to keep my eye on these 2 because they'll go from the back to the front in no time flat. And here we are again with Kensley and Honeycutt running the 1-2. I mean, this is what they do.
I just don't know if I can get used to seeing Brandon Honeycutt in a 24 truck and not that customary 13 that he always runs.
Yeah, that's definitely a different look for sure. But speaking of a different look, looks like that outside line is trying to make some headway.
Yeah, that's Aaron Espy in that number 31 truck. And he's going to bring True Smoke with him along with that 120 truck of Dominic, who's up 12 spots. So we're not going to try that last name, because I'm pretty sure I would offend about a 1.2 million Italians.
Well, you know, if we're not offending Italians, we're going to offend other people. If we can't offend other people, then what are we doing in our lives? I mean, you know the old saying, you can only please some of the people all the time, or all the people some of the time. You can't please all the people all the time. Well, trust me, I'm an equal opportunity offender. I offend all idiots equally. And John is looking now like, why did we do this tonight?
Oh boy! Look, I done through. I got a lot of stuff done down. It was a productive day. So last night I did a truck race at Auto Club. I got 4th.
How'd that go? Oh,
I got 4th. And then I got 9th today at the same track. I've been working on my pavement iRacing.
Question is, did you actually keep the right side on them?
I did.
That means you weren't pushing hard enough.
Look, all I can do is hope that I can bump and crash somebody else, and then I got another guy here in some reason. It's kind of like crap.
Right?
Don't forget, Shane, I tell you what, don't forget, December 4th through 7th, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, is the Gateway Dirt National.
Okay.
They're gonna have some NASCAR flavor in that one.
Yeah, I've been made aware of some of the people showing up for that one.
I'm sure Carson Hosevar will be there.
Oh dear God, Carson Hosevar and that thing is going to be a problem.
I mean, look, he did rip the right side of Jason Figger's car off last year.
I actually saw the replay of that, and I was steamed for Jason about as much as anybody else was.
Yeah.
I mean, come on here.
A lot of guys from up your way will be down there. Well, from Pennsylvania. Here we are, almost halfway to finishing this one. You know what? Caution.
Yeah, I was about to say though, dude, guys up my way, we don't dirt track race up here, dude. We got a bunch of pavement up here. Come on.
So let me ask you a question. Speaking about pavement, okay, last night with the South Carolina 400, that Shirley Dawson catching in. So they ran qualifying, right? And then they locked in the top 21 cars.
And then, of course, you had the heat races and the other.
Is that customary to pavement late model racing up on the East Coast?
Big races, yes.
Okay, so that's the standard format.
Yes, I mean, up here in Maine, we got the Oxford 250. I mean, everyone's heard of that. And
right.
Yes, we've gone through 3 or 4 heat races before to set a field, and then had, of course, the last chance qualifiers and everything else. So yeah, it's pretty customary up here.
So I guess. Oh, Kinley Smith has an issue.
Kinley with a save.
Oh, was that truth? That was truth. And
we're still wrecking back there.
Wow.
That started on the entry
Dominic.
of 3. That whole ordeal started at the entry of 3 and ended up halfway down by pit road.
There's the first 2 trucks getting involved.
That's the tail end of this whole ordeal.
Let's stop that there, and we're gonna back this up. I saw Truth going around.
Yeah, I think Truth ended up tank slapping the wall. That's why he's got that right rear damage.
That's why I clicked on him. We're gonna back it up. We're breaking the 4th wall here. I know it's
See a 4th wall.
I know it's not cute, but here we are.
I mean, John's not going to pull a Vince McMahon and fire us. All right, let's see how this breaks down here.
All right, here we are. So, Truth looks like Kinsley. Oh, Truth is going to give a bad bump to his teammate, Trevor Woodward. There's 2, right? He's going to get beat up.
And then it all happens in front of everybody else. About
that is one of those.
Yeah, it happened about 600 yards down track from where it really began for Truth, and then 3 more trucks get damaged in the process of it.
That would be one of those chain reactions.
That's one of those. This is one of the longest stretches we've had at Talladega.
Well, everybody's going to come on down pit road.
Well, that's not surprising because they can make it on fuel from here, and you might as well get some of your damage fixed while you can. And speaking of damage, I may have damaged Alan with the Talladega Nights reference.
You did. You got me.
This is what happened. This is what happens when I get called in last minute after dealing with a whole new setup. I bust my toe halfway open working on this thing. And it's like, yep, okay, cool. This is going to be how tonight's going to go. Let's just have some fun and wing this thing.
You're not
supposed
to bust your toe.
Well, again, first off, I didn't know doggone FedEx. I didn't know or didn't remember FedEx delivered on Sundays. My neighbor downstairs rings my bell. So what happens? I get up. I end up slicing my toe on my desk.
Ouch.
Mind you, I've got like a 3-4 inch gash on the top of my big toe. And it's like, okay, cool. I go downstairs. He's like, you know you've had a package out here for about 2 hours, right? What? Yeah, you've had something sitting out here for 2 hours. I'm like, I forgot FedEx delivered on Sundays. So then it takes me about 40 minutes to get this thing fully set up. I thought I had everything wired up correctly. It wasn't being recognized on the computer. I'm like, great. Turns out I had 2 of the wires backwards in the USB port.
Oh, goodness.
It happens to everybody. Okay? Give me a break. So I switch the wires around. Everything finally gets red. And I get to where I'm halfway comfortable thinking I can have the pedals more upright. And then I realize I have a size 13 foot and that's not going to work. The chair sits up too high, even when it's not fully jacked up. And I have a size 13 foot. I'm like, great. So what do? I take the arms of the pedals down a little bit lower. I find where it's comfortable. And then as I finally get comfortable enough to sit down in the seat and kind of get used to everything, oh yeah, by the way, the wheel actually sits, more horizontal than what my Thrustmaster did. So it's like, oh, cool. My arms are at least in a natural position. Now I just got to get used to actually, instead of being hunched up, being more straight on.
I thought it was I thought it was like one of those trucker wheels that you were describing just now.
No, but dude, those are actually mint. I like those, what Moza did. And it's very rare that you see, sim racing companies embracing the other sims that are out there. I mean, they have the turn signal set up, they have the wiper set up, and they got the straight up wheel that it sits up vertical almost. It's like, dude.
Yeah, I can't do that.
No. I mean, the Thrustmaster T150 I had, the wheel was probably sitting on my desk at like maybe a 35, 40 degree angle. This thing is literally sitting flat. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be a little different to get used to.
Well, right now,
speaking of getting used to things,
we're going to have 25 laps to go here. When we come back to green, Brandon Honeycutt's going to be your leader.
Lap count, better get it right, dude. We're going to have 30 laps to go, not 25.
Christ.
Hey, it's that public education, dude. Don't feel bad.
Look, I went to school underneath the lead smeltering tower. I got it.
State of Maine. That's my excuse.
So for those that don't know, Dill Run Company down in Herculaneum, Missouri, the lead smeltering company went out of business as the business is about to pick up here.
I was about to say, where are you trying to go with this, Jim Ross? Because business is about to pick up.
Well, Brandon Honeycutt getting ready to stop a run pole in this field. As we get ready to come back to...
My God, that's Austin's music!
Stone cold! Stone cold! Stone cold!
Well, that's what Brandon Honeycutt's hoping to be in about 30 laps of Stone Cold celebrating, and he's that cancer behind him. We're back green.
Yeah, here we go. Back to green. Getting cranked up to crazy once again. Brandon Honeycutt, Kenley Smith going back to work. And this is one of those... I just love watching these guys. Especially Brandon Honeycutt, Kenley Smith. This is almost like Dale Jr. and Tony Stewart. They get each other. They know what they're going to do. They know how to execute. They may not be on the same team, but if you find these two on the racetrack, they are almost inseparable.
I believe Darrell Waltrip coined the term co-opetition. And that's what Junior and Smoke were back in the day, were co-opetitioners.
No one else could draft with Tony Stewart but Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah, and every time, Smoke got into the back end of Junior in the draft and knocked him sideways, Junior was just laughing about it. And that tended to happen quite a bit with those two.
Yeah, I mean, you find that 15 on the track, you find that 13 on the track, or at least in this case, a 24.
Yeah, that's still going to take a little adjustment to get used to seeing a 24 and 15 pushing each other. I was about to say, what is this, 2001?
Okay, so now we know who the 00 is.
Yep.
Terry Fennell.
You.
Look,
I was about to say, it ain't you tonight.
It isn't me tonight. I do enough wrecking for the 00.
Yeah, you got a permanent place on the back of the flatbed, dude. I mean, at this point, they might as well name a hot dog after you since you're usually there quick enough.
No, the LL experience is an experience.
Yeah, an experience we wish we could get a refund for. I'm hot tonight. What can I say? Usually these jokes we make. I'm going to leave that one alone because I was about to say usually these jokes are made by Dave Regal, but I'm here tonight. Dave's probably going to be like, quit stealing my lines.
Here we are working lap number 28, and these guys are, well, doing what they were before. But Brandon Honeycutt is leading this piece. And here comes Aaron Epsey in that number 31 truck. You know,
yeah, that
outside line is starting to gain strength one more time.
Yeah, it's also a lot more organized, and that's why it's actually gaining all this strength, is they're actually able to kind of flow with each other. And that's why Aaron in that Bass Pro 31 is about to start knocking down the door to get that lead. But again, that inside line with Brandon Honeycutt and Kinsley Smith is going to be almost inseparable because Kinsley is just shoving the daylights out of him. But the only problem I have right now is, as close as he's getting to him on the straightaways, there's not a whole lot of air going to the front end of that truck. So, you know, could there be a temperature problem later on with that 15?
Maybe. I mean, 2 cautions here in the trucks at Talladega. And I tell you what, Shane, I've learned something over the weekend. I've learned that these trucks are way more forgiving than the Xfinity cars or the next-gen cars.
Let's see. Next-gen cars have the rounded bumpers, so duh. And Xfinity cars, yeah, I can also see that because of how those bumpers line up. So, yeah, I mean, as long as you don't get in the sweet spot of these trucks and end up knocking the license plate off of them, yeah, they're pretty forgiving.
I mean, they're more forgiving than, I would even say they're actually more forgiving than the late models or even the modified. Even that's in a league of its own.
Yeah, well, just as long as they're more forgiving than an ex-wife in court, I think we'll be fine. That's what 5 of those that I have made today that people are wondering, wait a minute, who's actually in the booth tonight?
I got nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it only took about 30 laps for the 3rd time to get broken. Just call me Matt Hardy.
Man. But right now, we got Brandon Honeycutt, Aaron Epsey. It's a battle of the 2 lines.
Yep, and that inside line is just that good because of who's leading the lead. Those 2 have hooked up every time we've done a race at Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta. You always find those 2 around each other, and that's why that inside line is great. If you put them on the outside line, they'd be able to carry that too. So that's just how dominant those 2 trucks are, and it's just because of the wheelmen behind them.
Absolutely, Terry Fennell having a good run here tonight. He's on the 3rd car on the inside of the inside line, and he's right next to Andrew Tusk. Now, here's the thing. We're looking at 180 mile an hour pace laps right here. Keep it on the track, Terry. I just said good things about you.
Well, Benny Parsons, I was about to say they're trucks, not cars, but...
Trucks, cars, look, they're all the
I mean, you throw a cup car body on this thing and swap out the motor, you're pretty much right. I mean, that's how they were designed back then.
Here we are working lap number 32 coming down the back straightaway. Aaron Espy's got the slight advantage over Brandon Honeycutt.
Yeah, that old Bass Pro Shops 31's dialed up and hunting, but the only problem is he's got those two big contenders down at the bottom, but now that outside line's gonna get split up. Looks like we got our third lane starting to form up now.
We are on board with Andrew Tuff, the Chief Cook and Bottle Work through Outer Valley, Rhode Island. And he is third on that outside line as he is trying to work with Kinsley, or the number 7 truck of David Moyer.
Yeah, and right now what he's doing is also whoa, contact! We got one around. Is that going to bring out a caution?
We're going to stay green.
Wow, but somebody just got obliterated.
And that somebody would be David Moyer.
Well, the question is, I saw the smoke as we were on board with Teft. Was it a motor blow?
We're going to go back and see, maybe.
Because all I saw was white and black smoke, and then all of a sudden, yeehaw. All right, let's take a look at this. I mean, he's right on the back bumper of the 31. Right on him. Okay. Honeycutt gets turned, and then the 7, I think, blows up at the same time. Because I do not hear anything out of the motor of that 7.
Yikes.
So it was a little 2 for 1. Honeycutt got turned sideways. Great save. But then the 7 just grenades a motor.
That would be the motor leaving the chat.
Yeah, motor.exe has failed successfully.
In which is self-destruct sequence. Let's see, now we're high above the...
Now, watch what happens here. Honeycutt gets a little bit of a turn from Kansley. And while Honeycutt saves it, the 7 just bombs one. The crankshaft and rods have separated company from the motor.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Aaron Espy and Kinsley Smith. Kinsley found himself a new dancing partner.
Yeah, Honeycutt's going to want himself to find a caution here quick because that's the only way he's going to make up this lost gap. But great save by Honeycutt, keeping that truck off the fence.
20 to go here from Talladega. This is the only night we're going to bring you commercial-free racing here from Talladega. As, 55 watts, really not much sense in going,
right.
Really
Now,
not sense in not going commercial-free.
Yeah, I mean, again, what happened with the 7 kind of just, proves the point of how tight do you want to be on people all the time around here? Because if the motor's going to jump on that 7 truck, are people going to realize, hey, I got to back off a little bit more and maybe just, worry about pushing on the straightaways and give themselves more room?
Well, 19 laps to go. So leading the charge on that outside line, he's got Trevor Woodward and Troy Thomas right behind him. As the outside line starting to gain a little bit of strength. True Talk being the fearless leader. You gotta wonder if True Talk would get by Aaron Espy and drop down to the bottom, which I'm pretty sure he would.
Well, right now, the bigger question is what's Kinsley Smith going to do? Because, this is the first time he's really worked with Aaron all race. Granted, he's just kind of setting him up, pushing him as best he can. But now the strategy call is going to be when does he make his move to the top shelf to try to get around this? Because if the top lane gets a run, you know for a fact Ken's going to want to jump on board as here comes Brandon Honeycutt after basically having that Zulu moment. And after going down a lap, I think he's the only one lap down, so another caution would be beneficial for him. It's just a matter of if they end up getting it the next 17 and a half laps.
Exactly, 17 laps in. These guys are going to start getting more answers.
Yeah, the wick's about to get turned up.
You know, Shane, Thursday is Thanksgiving Day. What is that one dish at the Thanksgiving spread that you're, other than the turkey, that you're hoping to see?
Stuffing. I'm a huge stuffing fan. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the mashed potatoes and gravy, you know, I love the green bean casserole, but, you know, a nice, fluffy stuffing is always good.
I like that. I like that. I really do. Well, I tell you what, though.
You know, for dessert for me, though, you know, a lot of people love the pumpkin pie and everything. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But give me a nice homemade lemon meringue pie. I'll be happy.
Okay.
Where to go with that one, right?
No, I can get behind it. I can get behind it.
Speaking of getting behind things, look who we got leading this race now. Looks like Kendrick Smith's going to be going door to door with Truth Hope going into turn 1.
Truth Hope still in charge on that outside line. Aaron Espy dropping positions all the way back to 8th. Couple Tuesday night regulars going after it, getting after it, and going at it hard and heavy.
Yeah, these guys, you know, again, the races that we cover, whether it's their truck series, their Xfinity series, or their Cup series, you know, Tuesdays and Thursdays, these guys are usually the ones you have to keep an eye on if they're up front. And right now, once again, it's being proven.
Yeah, you know, I was taking a peek at the schedules for next season, starting in January, for the races elite. They talk about a hard schedule. I think all 3 series, racing elite family racing, they will have their own unique schedule. And well, on the Cup side of things, we're going to Daytona Road Course.
You know, you bring that up, and my first thought is that was actually where I got my first truck win back a few years ago, was on the Daytona Road Course. It wasn't a super speedway, it wasn't a short track, it wasn't at Eldora, even though Eldora owes me about 6. It was on the Daytona Road Course.
15 laps to go. Now, was that with the NASCAR chicane?
Yes. And that, mind you, I'll set this up because I have the video stream. I actually wrecked the truck in qualifying on the first lap going into the bus stop. And then I drove like a pissed off teenager and actually got the pole the second lap.
That's awesome.
Like, I'm not even joking you. I got on the brakes going the first time into the bus stop. And the thing decided to, you know, just completely back into the tire wall. I was like, okay, I'll be lucky if I get this thing inside the top 10. No, I out-qualified everybody by like 3 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have the gift of gab, or at least think you do, contact Sim Racing Media. We are always looking for people.
You know, and if you don't think you got the gift of gab, just wait for Alan to wreck you in a truck race. Then he'll bring you over.
Yeah. Exactly.
Boy. That story is never gonna die, dude.
I mean, you're not wrong. 13 laps to go in Talladega. And we got ourselves an absolute barn burner going on right now.
Yeah, we got ourselves. It looks like 3 lanes are finally starting to develop a little bit. Our teammate up there in the 3, Troy Thomas, looks like he's trying to make a little bit of headway, but not getting too far. So we might end up seeing more likely 2 lanes of traffic. And Truth Hope's got Kinsley Smith in front of him down in that bottom lane. You know, I'm not surprised those two found each other, and I wouldn't be surprised if those going to be the 2 to settle this tonight.
I would love to see Truth Hope and Mike Skinner this race and be able to win it. And he'd be like, "Yeah, I could win a non-point swing race."
Oh, Twin Ring Motegi 1998. That story never gets old. And I will say, in Jeff Gordon's defense, because I was a Gordon fan back then, the right side of that car was so, you know, they may have knocked the toe out of it a little bit, or, you know, they may not have hit. That car came back half crushed. But you know what? Mike Skinner can rest his head knowing that he beat the champion that year.
Absolutely. And I mean,
you know, I'd actually love to see Twin Ring. I really would.
10 ring mode. I think it's on there.
Is Motegi on here? I mean, if it is, then cool. Okay. Now, is it the road course or the oval?
I think it's both configurations.
Okay. Because I know IndyCar for the longest time. I mean, that's what Danica got her lone win in 15 seconds of fame.
Yeah. 11 to go, 10 to go at the line here. Aaron Espy, Truth Hope. Trevor Woodward not following Truth Hope down to that inside line.
Yeah, the white and red machines are spread out. And, you know, the Eldora race kind of threw me a little bit because I was so used to seeing, you know, Truth running the white truck. Seeing the red one kind of threw me for a loop.
Yeah, that brings out a lot of good pace speed for that race too. And I look, I had to do some. You can't go to Eldora and not have a winner.
Yeah, well, like I said, I made mention of Kinzer, Swindell, Bloomquist, and I think 1 or 2 other people. So I didn't sound like a complete moron. And I think that's going to be a caution.
That's going to be a caution.
Oh,
let's see what happened here. And Kinsley Smith going to give SB a bad bump. Terry Fennell, it never fails.
It wasn't Kinsley, it was the Budweiser truck. Kinsley was ahead of this.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was Trevor that got the 31 spun around and then ended up basically pulling an Austin Dillon and halfway flying into the fence. Well, the good news is pace laps around here are about 2 minutes, so if he does have any damage, we can get a fix up. I mean, that's what we have.
Trevor Woodward gets into SB and then never fails a 0-0 into the wall.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about your wrist getting jacked up. It's somebody else's tonight. Because that hit was hard. What was it that Mettler said one time a couple of races ago? He hit the wall so hard he saw Dale. Well, I mean, we are in the land of Earnhardt country.
Home of Dale Earnhardt's second home, Lincoln, Alabama.
Yeah, you know, 10 wins here, and Junebug adding 6 more, including that 4-in-a-row streak. Yeah, the Earnhardts have been pretty good around this place, to say the least. Granted, it should have been 7, but Brian Vickers said, "Heh, hold my beer, watch this."
Sure.
To this day, that would have been interesting if they actually ran that to the finish.
Well, unfortunately, my barking Yorkie doesn't. My barking Yak doesn't agree.
Don't tell me it's another one of those that's got the complex of big ego, little brain.
No, It's got the small dog can't manage the stairs anymore. So she's gonna yap at the bottom
Oh,
of the stairs. So someone
oh,
comes and gets her.
oh, so it's got the Herbert problem and needs a walker everywhere. Gotcha.
It does. She's a blind little dog. It was a dog sitting job that, well, we're still dog sitting 4 years later.
And yes, I just made a Family Guy reference. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Home of the references.
Yep, all the obscure references come out on Sunday night because, quite frankly, why not?
We got some big things happening here in Sim Racing Media. You know, like, we're starting to venture out into the world of racing.
Yep.
You know, so
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind. I know probably some point next year I'll probably make a few trips out to the local tracks around here, including probably going up to Oxford to catch a couple events, and I might have a few tricks up my sleeve by the time that rolls around.
I tell you what, though, right now, Shane, Jordan, our esteemed broadcast partner, has a book out.
Oh yeah, he was talking about that.
Yes.
I believe. Can't they find that on Amazon if I remember correctly?
They can find it on Amazon. Show Jordan's love. Go out and pick that book up. I'm actually gonna get it for my wife. I told her it's a pretty good read. I don't know exactly what it's about.
It's one of those that even the Cliff Notes don't know what's going on, so you're better off just reading the entire thing anyway.
Look, don't judge a book by its cover, but
No, you just judge a Toyota by the fact of who's driving it.
it is called The Shadow Remains.
Make sure you guys go get that. This is going to be a great holiday stocking stuffer. Find that on Amazon.
Yes, find it on Amazon, and well, check. And
So-
I know there's rumors of another book in the works from Jordan. Jordan is one of those great authors. I'm sure it's gonna be a good read. I'm actually gonna get a copy for my wife, and just help support us here at Sim Racing Media with our outside projects.
Right. Speaking of projects, they're projected to go green here this time by with 6 to go. And I believe with Brandon Honeycutt getting back on the lead lap, Kensley Smith may end up finding his drafting buddy yet.
Yeah, if we some other news here. Here with the Racing League Snowball Derby on December 7th. I'll be taking part in that one. We have not. So Creations by Leslie and Eleanor Photography sponsored one driver, the winner of the outdoor truck race. He's not available, so they're going to leave it to the randomizer wheel.
Are we spinning that tonight, or are we going to be doing that later?
I don't know when Andrew's going to spin that thing.
Well, it'd be great to have it on here so we can surprise somebody. But speaking of surprises, we're going to have about 6 laps worth because Kensley Smith's about to lead everybody back down to the green flag. Hey, Barney, we've been doing this now for the 4th time. Green flag back up in the air, and Kensley thinks he's Mikey and took off.
Kensley Smith, I don't like that jump that Kensley Smith got out to. But here comes the outsiders, and they are living up to their name. Definitely being on the outside. Trevor Woodward and Truth Hope going to lead these guys down through the turn 1, 2, 3 complex. Down that back straightaway. They're 3 wide. I don't know that I like 3 wide right now.
It's Talladega. The pin has been pulled. It's 5.5 to go. It don't matter if we like it or not. We're here for the entertainment value. I mean, this is what we wanted, and this is what we're getting.
Yeah, the pin's been pulled, proverbial grenade. And right now, Redditch is out to a 0.03 second lead.
Yeah, but the inside line's coming back with Kenzie Smith. We're going 3 wide for the lead here, coming to the start-finish line. That would make it 5. Go, and I can't tell who's leading. It's got ourselves a 3 wide parade up here.
5 left to go. Fly flanges in the air. Give the advantage to Kinsley Smith. Kirby Wainscott calls himself the Colonel. Redditch out to the advantage.
Yeah, Redditch jumped up straight to the top lane because he saw those outsider trucks coming. He knows that they're going to be strong, and right now he's got Truth Hope dogging him every step of the way through 3 and 4. Kinsley Smith's got the the Colonel running right with him, but he's also looking down to the bottom. That's going to break the inside line up. 4 to go this time by. Man, I think we're getting ready to have something brewing here.
We're getting ready to have a lot brewing here. And here comes the outsiders. Trevor Woodward. Truth Hope to the outside. Who's it going to be?
Oh, Kenzie's looking like he's about ready to get shuffled from the bottom here. Kirby looks like he's trying to make a move, getting him up every which way but loose. Kenzie is not buying it. 3.5 to go this time through the back straightaway. Those outsider trucks are fading quick. That outside line's just not working for them. It's only those 2 up there. They need more help if they're going to try to get this win.
Yeah, and I tell you what. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
It's getting dicey now. You make your holes in your friends where you find them.
Friends? What friends?
Oh, the friends are where you find them. Whoever's not knocking your bumper cover off. 3 to go, and Kenzie is still leading this thing. But that Bass Pro Shops truck has just jumped up to that middle groove, and he's going to get a whole lot of help.
Yeah, here we come down that long back straightaway. SB. Kinsley Smith in third. Whoa, we're 3 wide. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, trading some paint 3 wide.
Trading paint? They've been doing that all night.
Oh, this is turning into a Sherwood Williams here. But the popsicle sticks are going up. 2 to go, and it is still anybody's ball game here tonight.
SB out to the point. Redditch Smith. Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, right now, for Kenzie to win this, I'm putting myself in that 15 truck right now. Kenzie to win this, he has to set that 31 truck up coming out of 4, because any other point, he's going to have company, and it's not going to work out for him.
Kirby Wainscott looks like he's going to try to make a move.
Oh, Kirby's trying to set something up here. The outsiders are not going to have any help right now. That top lane is failing.
Whoa! Whoa! Redditch puts Truth into the wall.
His teammate ends up bouncing off the fence. They're wrecking it behind everybody.
We got a yellow.
And ladies and gentlemen, that means one thing.
Santa Claus is coming?
No, Tom Hanks. NASCAR over. As it was just a pinballing going on after the 2 outsiders trucks got together and ended up bouncing off the fence. Yeah, this was one of those. There was no way that they could have raced back with all this glitter on the front straightaway. Now let's just see. Okay, what happens here? That 41 truck. Excuse me, who is? I can't see that number that clearly, but yeah, the 03 puts Truth in the fence. Truth bounces off of his teammate. 03 ends up taking a couple others with him. Yeah, typical Talladega stack up. The good news is everyone's going to be fine fuel-wise. The bad news is the adrenaline level has just gone clean up to 12.
You know what the other bad news is?
What's that?
Truth Hook is madder than the keyboard elf getting demoted to Fudge Packer.
Could be worse. He could be a Green Bay Packer. I'm just saying.
I don't like to talk about my past.
Well, you know, the only way your past could be worse than being Green Bay Packers or Dallas Cowboys. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome.
Yeah, I hope Dave was watching this.
Oh, I'm sure he is, and he's probably laughing like, this is what happens when I'm gone on a Sunday?
Don't forget, coming in February is the SRM Family Racing when they make their return to the racetrack. And I sincerely hope by then that Bowman Gray is on iRacing.
Oh, I swear, if Bowman Gray is on iRacing, A, it's going to be Carnage Fest, and B, it's still going to be awesome because it's Bowman Gray. I mean, Bowman is one of the places like Toledo, Salem, all of that need to be on the service.
Well, the next track to hit iRacing servers near you in season number 1 of 2025 is Houston Speedway in Brandon, South Dakota. Home of the High Bank Nationals, home of the Silver Dollar Nationals. I cannot wait to rip a dirt car around that place.
Oh, that's going to be a hoot, dude. I can already tell it's going to be fun watching people rip that place.
3 laps to go. Aaron Espy, Kinsley Smith, Colonel Kirby Wayne Scott, right there on that top 3.
Yeah, and right now, I can guarantee you that that 3 will be changing easily before long. Now, the question is, you got, looks like, yeah, I was right. Honeycutt's back up here in 4th. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Zachary Felicity winning the race to the beer stand. Trevor Woodward, Terry Fennell. They're both, they're going to put it on haulers. Their fun meters have essentially been pegged out. David Moyer, well, he's done for the night. It's his motor monkey chat.
Yeah, his motor got yeeted out into the infield parties. His motor said, "Nope, I'm not drunk enough for this. I'm going out to the party. See ya."
Control Alt Delete on the motor.
Alt F4. That's all that has to be said. Alt
Ooh,
F4.
Which one is that? Which one is Alt F4?
You do it, and I swear to God, I'm going to jump out of this booth.
You just showed me the red button and told me not to hit it.
Well, I'm sorry. At least it's not the nuclear codes. I showed you the red button, not the green button. As everybody's packed up 2 by 2, getting ready for this restart.
Here in a couple weeks, we're going to be taking our annual family pilgrimage over to World by Technology Raceway to drive through the Christmas lights, and I cannot wait to put that on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. I mean, that's going to be something awesome to see. I mean, I've seen people do it with Charlotte. I've seen people do it with other tracks. So seeing it, right around Gateway is going to be awesome as well. And, well, I'm not surprised to see this. Kenzie and Honeycutt are up on the top lane right around each other. So, boys, have fun. You're going to need it.
2 laps to go. What we're going to have happen is we're going to take the green flag with 2 to go. We're going to race back, hopefully take the white flag. If not, we're going to re-rack it and restack it. If we take the white flag and they crash, well, you are SOL if you were one of the guys involved in that wreck.
Yeah, we're going to come back to the checkers or the yellow, one of the two, if we take the white flag under full speed. But Barney said, boys, hold that thought because 2 to go this time by. The green flag is waving, and here we go.
Back to green flag, 2 laps to go. Aaron Heston. He's going to flirt. He's either going to see the checkers or he's going to see Jesus.
Yeah, he's going to see the Chickens or he's going to see Dale, one of the two. And here comes Kirby Wainscott trying to make a big move to the top side, but it's not going to work. He tried to shut down Kingsley Smith and Brandon Honeycutt, and those boys said, yeah, right, dude. We're going to motor back around everybody, and we're going to settle it amongst ourselves because they have cleared the entire track.
Sean Dunaway and Aaron Espy trying to get that inside line working.
Yeah, it's not going to work. I don't think it's going to work because coming out of turn 4, the popsicle sticks are being put away. Daddy glue them together. We're forming the white flag this time by, and here we go.
Cross the line. We're going to be racing back to checkered flag. We got 3 wide racing going on. Troy Thomas pushing the ever-living daylights out of the Colonel Kirby Wainscott. Right now, though, Kinsley Smith has that ever slight advantage. Aaron Espy still very mired on the inside line.
Espy and Sean are trying to get that bottom line working. You got Honeycutt and Hansen up the gut. And coming up on that outside, it's the Colonel and our buddy Troy, but those guys are fading back. Who is going to end up taking this thing coming out of turn 3 and 4? It looks like you've got Brandon Honeycutt trying to make a move, but he can't get down to the bottom. Here comes Aaron and Sean getting ready to come out. Who is that peeking out to the top side? Oh, we're going to have ourselves a photo finish. We got one on his door. Here we go to the line. I think it was Aaron sideways.
Kinsley Smith, it never changed over.
Oh, Kinsley must have just gotten him. Oh, my goodness. What a finish.
Kinsley Smith's going to burn it down.
Oh, we got to see that again. Oh, my goodness. Hey, boys in the truck, run that back.
Oh, we can absolutely see that again. We're going to break the 4th wall.
See ya, 4th wall.
Pew!
Oh, I don't know. Okay, Aaron got smacked sideways and turned across Sean's nose. That's what happened to him. And at the line, I think Kinsley's going to beat him by about half a truck length.
Yep. He's going to have him just ever so slightly.
Unbelievable. That is your typical Talladega around here. Oh, slow it down. Right about. Yeah, it's about half a truck length. Ooh, buddy.
That's how close it was.
Yeah, as the smoke cloud gets billowed up as Kenzie's lighting them tires up. Wow.
So we are going to work on getting these drivers up to the broadcast booth. And it looks like we're only going to talk to our winner tonight. Well, with that being said, Shane, we're going to let you talk to him.
Let's get our race winner up here. Hey, Michael. No, wait, not Michael Walter. Yo, Kinsley Smith, it's staying up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, that was exciting for Talladega standards. How'd you pull that one off?
I have no idea. Spotter said 2 wide low right at the last second, and I was like, well, I have nowhere to go. I'm just going to keep my straight line and just keep the pedal on the floor.
Well, you pulled that one by half a truck length, and you were sitting up in the top 5 pretty much the entire race. We saw you working with Brandon Honeycutt for the majority of this. We compared you two to Dale Jr. and Smoke. How exactly did that work out?
I mean, I was pushing Honeycutt for the good majority of the beginning of the race, and then I screwed up and wrecked him for a second. But majority of the race, we just tried to find each other and stay with each other, and just be there with each other. And I spun Honeycutt out right there. Didn't bring out a caution, so he lost the draft, um, and ended up having a caution. He got back on the lead lap and got himself back up there behind me. So it all worked out.
Oh, at the end of the day, you guys definitely gave us a thrill show, and a little extra overtime. Good thing you guys didn't need to worry about fuel mileage. I mean, it was one of those where, everyone was thinking, hey, we could probably get through this. And then, we have the excitement at the end of this, and you guys definitely provided that here tonight.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to get some green flag pit stops just to be able to. Me and Honeycutt are really good at timing those up and getting out ahead of everybody and getting to a good lead. So I was hoping for some green flag pit stops to make it a little bit easier on us, but didn't have them. We got close to them. Then there was a wreck with I think I had 2 gallons or 2 laps left, so it was close to green flag pit stops, but everything worked out really well.
Well, before we let you get out of here, buddy, who do you got to think that helped you get it done on that 15 truck here tonight?
Of course, Brandon for working together with me and pushing me all the time and stuff. Um, and then just my whole team in general, Driving Extreme Inc. We always come up with plans whenever we race together and seem pretty good at executing them correctly. And then, of course, you guys at SRM for broadcasting our races, and Andrew for putting on the league, and of course my girlfriend Ashlyn and my daughter.
All right, man. We'll celebrate this win, and we'll see you coming up. Tuesday night? You guys have a little something going with IRP?
Yes, sir.
We'll see you for that, bud. Congratulations, and celebrate this one.
Thank you.
And that was the voice of Kinsley Smith out of Driving Extreme. But before we get out of here, Shane, we got this one more piece of housekeeping to take care of. And that is our final results here from the Talladega Superspeedway, with Kinsley Smith parking in victory lane, Aaron Espy bringing home second, Brandon Honeycutt rounding out your podium. Sean Dunaway didn't out Pizza the Hut today, or Sean Dunaway bringing a Pizza Hut ride home, P4. Rounding out your top 5 is Dominic up 13 spots. Stephen Hines will bring it home 6th. 7th will go to Cooper Redditch. Richard Odie will bring it home 8th. The Colonel, Kirby Wainscott, having a good run here tonight. He'll bring it home 9th. Troy Thomas will bring it home 10th, and then rounding out your top 10. Brian LaPratt will finish 11th. 12th to go to the Chief Cook and Bottle Washer here at Races Elite, Andrew Tuft. Cortland Herman, the Hermanator, will finish 13th, while Truth Hoke, Trevor Woodward, and Terry Fennell will bring it home 13th, 14th, and 15th. David Moyer only completing 32 laps, while Zachary Felicity puts it on the hauler and wins the race to the beer stand. Shane, I want to thank you for jumping in here short notice and hanging out with yours truly as we get ready to go and celebrate Thanksgiving with our families. And want to thank everybody for making this a part of your evening. Shane, once again, thank you. And, I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Make sure you eat lots of turkey and watch lots of football. But with that being said, Shane, get us out of here.
Well, man, it was always fun coming in here for Talladega, even though I have a whole lot of trauma from this place. Who doesn't? But for everybody here at SRM, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday with family and friends. Today, tomorrow, and every day as you walk down the road of life, please don't play in traffic. And until we meet again, take care.